Hello, everybody. What's up? Cedric and Cedric here, CRWC commentary, and we will be covering some of the matches on Rampage because some of them we just did not care to really watch. Kind of boring. Just doesn't capture our interest. It didn't do anything for anybody. But the ones that we did do, let's see here. We watched Powerhouse Hobbs versus some schmo, some dude, and it was a squash match. Showed Hobbs, his power, agility, speed. He's got physical charisma. You just look at someone and say, wow, look at that guy. Just physical charisma. You want to see what he's going to do. He's got that good sneer, his lip trying to reach up to his ear, So we like him. He won with a great spine buster. And I mentioned, I was like, that's a great spine buster. And she was like, well, he done had months of rest. And then, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, we haven't seen him in 2 months. He should have all kinds of stank up on that spine buster, which he did. He probably been dreaming about spine busting people.
And look, the guy, how you gonna? He come in, he look good, wins. Eventually, he wins the TNT title. He keeps until his like third defense. That's against Wardlow, where Wardlow defeated him. And now Hobbs is with QTV, who all got in the ring like, we're celebrating, we're here, we're relevant. No, you're not. And I'm just like, wow, why have you done this to Hobbs? And then I realized they're not doing it to Hobbs. It's just that everybody has to be in some form of a faction. Arya Davari's got to be in 2. That's how much factions that they need. So, okay. You got, Hobbs won. That was good. I enjoyed seeing that. No problem. Then we got Arn Anderson and Wardlow in a promo. Arn addresses the fact that his son got beat up and it was Father's Day. And he's like, you done gone too far. Arn Anderson's losing weight. It's pretty good. What's your secret? Because I need to do that too. Wardlow had a promo, and I thought the promo was good. Cedar didn't feel so much the same way.
Wardlow.
I'm just saying, I thought it was good.
It was okay. It's just I just don't believe him.
Why don't you believe him? Why? He looked convincing. He looked like he was very confident in what he was saying. Why don't you believe him?
Because in that promo, he was talking about, okay, I beat Joe, never to be heard from again. I beat this person, never to be heard from again. And the same thing's going to be true for you. And it's like, because I saw those matches and I know that you weren't supposed to win. You shouldn't have won those matches. You should not have defeated those folks. So you stand here boasting and bragging in your shirt. I don't believe it.
Okay, look, it was booked for him to win. Why are you saying that he shouldn't have won?
Because he had no business beating the people that he beat.
I agree, though. I do agree.
Shouldn't have beat Joe. And Joe don't care. He went and made his movies and made his TV shows, then go to Ring of Honor and collect his check. Because that's all you can do in this company. But then you try to have somebody work to get themselves over, and yes, he spoke well.
Damn, woman.
I just didn't convince me.
Okay. Does Wardlow convince any of you out there? Does he not? I thought he was convincing. I ain't saying, he got me on the edge of my chair and I'm all like, man, you speaking truth, man. No, but I'm like, I can see him coming up. His voice and his cadence is getting some tips. He's kind of being Arn Anderson.
He's trying. Yeah, his mic work is getting some tips, yes. He needs to get some tips in the ring.
Now, what's going to happen? Hold up. Here are 2 things. One of 2 things is going to happen. Him and Brock Anderson are going to team up to go against Cage and Luchasaurus for Brock to lose to either one of them, and Wardlow be like, man, dang. Or they'll do the other thing, which is, thanks for coming, Brock. You did your little bit there. You are now forgotten, and we're going to go back to the other program. That seems to be what's going to happen. One of those two. You know, laugh at me now, quote me later.
We'll see. I can see him going back. I don't know how to utilize big men in AEW.
Or people in general. But
it sticks out to me more with the big men.
Yeah. So look, we're going to get to the next thing, which was very short-lived. So the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn versus Spanish announced Project. And look, Excalibur. So, God, look, you don't spend time talking about how great someone is when they're in a match where they can't show off that greatness. It's stupid. You can't sit there and talk about somebody's martial arts skills and you never see him do anything of martial caliber. You know, you talk about, his catch wrestling and all this and this other style for Jalisco, but he don't show it. Not in this match. Not that we saw. You know why? Because we skipped a lot of it. It was a bunch of stupid. Didn't want to see in the beginning. It was annoying. The Acclaimed were acting more like heels. Wasn't happy about that because they're too over as baby faces. It's just silly. So, yeah. Anyway, like he was, doing the whole here's the scissors, let's chase it, ole, and all that stuff. And then Caster started to look like a douchebag heel. That's what he started. At first, he kind of looked like, okay, that's a baby face for you. Now I'm like, bro, what did you do? It's like I can just see it. Like he wants to be a jerk, but the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn, they won because it just, really. Okay, then we get down to the next. This is a promo segment here of Jay Lethal and crew, and they're confronted by Aubrey and Mark Briscoe, and Karen is screaming and stuff, and Aubrey's like, I can't, I tried to, but I can't do it because I'm a referee, and you sure as hell ain't a wrestler, so they got a pop from everyone. And I'm like, how did I get a pop from everyone when it's obvious she's not a wrestler? She's standing there in a dress. She's in a dress. We've never seen her in the ring. It's almost like saying, hey, you know what? I can't wrestle you because you have long hair. Ooh. Like, what? Really? It's, wow. Y'all pop over the obvious? Come on. Either case, like, Mark's like, all right, Sanjay Dutt, you can't talk to me like that.
He got to say the whole name.
You get away from me, Jay Lethal.
Karen Jarrett. he had to say the whole name.
I've always loved the way the Briscoes talk, man. I just always loved it. So he's like, I can do the math. It's going to be me, Aubrey, and it's going to be Papa Briscoe. And I'm like, what? Why? Huh? You could have gotten so many. Just bring some. This is AEW. Just bring somebody from some obscure place and let them do it. Really?
Maybe they thought they were doing that by choosing his father, but
then the logic, they can't wrestle each other because she's a referee. The other's just a arm piece. So now, since they can't wrestle, they're gonna wrestle. It sounds stupid. I'm like, so y'all got to be trained up, And I'm like, something tells me this is going to look real bad. Real bad. And Papa Briscoe going to be in it. This should have been for a pay-per-view. If they're lucky, it will be. Okay. I thought that segment was stupid, meaningless, pointless. They could have done anything else. They could have had, something go on where the girls pick who their champion is going to be, and then they corner that champion or something like that. That would have been, I'm like, okay, that, she could be like, I got Mark, and she's like, I got Jeff. Okay, so Jeff Jarrett, Mark Briscoe, they're going to wrestle each other, and it's for the honor of the women, and the women can both be cheating to keep their guy the upper hand. It might have been funny, a little quirky. The match should go about 8 minutes. Done. That's how I would have done it. Just to keep her, both of them out of the ring. That's just me, though. Then we got the number one contender for the AEW Women's title. So, you still with me, girl? I don't think Cedra's still with me. So, because it's late. So Sky Blue, Mercedes Martinez, Nyla Rose, Britt Baker. So that match was just a cluster. It just didn't go. It just didn't. Mercedes Martinez. Look, this is how I broke it down. Sky Blue is there all the time, and she's been winning matches more or less on and off on Ring of Honor. Mercedes Martinez, former women's champion, but you don't really see her. Nyla Rose, she always lose. Britt Baker, she's like their top female star, but not their top female worker.
They're all throwaways.
Oh, she's back. Okay. And so I'm like this. Nyla Rose ain't going to win, so she should just change her name to Nylon Rose, all right? Because she don't get noticed. And then Mercedes Martinez, just drive on. Because, you're too good. You know how to work. You can talk. You got all the promo skills, the in-ring work skills. But, that's what gets you thrown off shows because you know how to do stuff. That's it right there. Nyla Rose.
Been gone for like 4 months, 5 months. You would think she was injured or something.
Nyla Rose was brutally not good in the ring. She got good and she got gone. Just keep that in mind. She got good and she got gone. Britt Baker, she started improving in the ring. Her performance started improving. So then they took her out of the ring.
Yeah, because she was, Jamie Hayter's, they were in a faction. Now Hayter's no longer champion. She's injured. And basically, except for Sheeta, she's by herself. And she's kind of rudderless because she's got all this going for her if she's a bad girl, but now she's a face. She's a face. Her partner's gone, and she's got Sheeta. What else are they gonna do?
Yep, Sky Blue never had anybody, So, okay, I whittled it down in my mind. It was gonna be either Blue or Baker because the other two kind of know what they're doing. So, Blue and Baker, it's a thing, but ultimately, and. Yeah, it was on Nyla Rose. Sky Blue got the win. And she gets up all teary-eyed and crying and happy because she's going to wrestle Toni Storm on Dynamite for the, All Elite Wrestling Women's Championship. That's what she's going to do because she's so happy. And Toni Storm done beat her ass like 4 times already.
So many times, Toni Storm and them girls done whooped her.
I mean, pinfall. Storm, what was it, Storm Zero or something like that, or whatever it's called. That short. I like it. That short, stiff power driver. She done put her in that every single match. She done beat her 4 times. I saw her beat her minimum of 3 times on Dark before I stopped watching Dark.
And then what's even worse is it's not going to be the pay-per-view.
Nope. And it don't need to be. It's Sky Blue.
I know, and that
when Sky Blue learns how to work, they're going to take her off TV. But right now,
Sky Blue has been learning how to work. She's been slowly improving. Because not only has she been on all the AEW shows, she's also been working on Ring of Honor.
Yep.
She's getting better.
Yeah, but she ain't good enough to take off TV. Not yet. She got to get there. She's got to come up so she can get gone. That's how that works. So Sky Blue, she ain't gonna win this belt. She is not gonna win this belt. There's nothing about Sky Blue that screams I'm championship material. Not a damn thing. And I think it's stupid to even have this match and have her win when it literally should have been Martinez or Britt Baker. And then they go into a thing instead of doing this, right there on Dynamite, that they stretch it out for Forbidden Door or something down the line. Something, but. No, they're gonna have Sky Blue. I ain't saying Sky Blue is weak or pointless or anything like that. What I'm saying is she's been destroyed by Toni Storm too many times for me to believe that she has a shot at a belt that Toni just won and has no chance of losing on live TV. Because nobody's gonna beat her on live TV.
No.
If you want this to be believable, she would just be in contention and she would certainly just be like, doing promos and having other matches and looking good and building herself up in the audience's eyes to be a legitimate contender and show what she can do in that ring. Mm-hmm. And then she'd be all like, I'm ready. And then Tony's like, oh, we're going to see how ready you are, because remember the last times I done skull drug you around that ring. And then she'd be like, yeah, but you know what? I ain't that girl anymore. It's on. And then everybody's like, yeah. And then we get to see the match and we be like, who's going to actually win? But it ain't like that. So hurry up, Sky Blue, get good so you can get going with the others. Because that's exactly what it needs to be. You know why? Because they don't want workers. They just, if you're a WWE star, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, that's true. That is the gold standard, isn't it?
Yep. They work WWE. They're popular. Yay. What about the homegrown girls? I mean, we got Ring of Honor, you know.
Yay.
I
mean, okay, I'm not going to say it like that. Ring of Honor is the best product out of AEW so far. Mm-hmm. You know, and they do have some matches that it's like, huh? But on the whole, the majority, you're not going to find yourself fast forwarding through it.
Yeah, they had like 10 matches. You might skip 2. I say maximum 2.
Yeah.
You know, that's about it. You know, AEW, man, I'm just saying, man, just draw the chalk, just put the chalk on the black top, roll that marble, and let us just jump. Because that's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to do when it comes to Dynamite and Rampage. It's a bunch of skipping, man. Mm-hmm. It's a bunch of skipping.
Let's hope that Collision is better. Here's to hoping.
You know, we had hope with this. You know, look, this is all I'm going to say about Collision. This is all I'm going to say right now because they're hyping it up so much. Just think about it. We had hope for AEW Dynamite. It turned into a spot monkey crap show. Mm-hmm. Then we're going to have Rampage. Okay. And then it turned to a throwaway monkey spot show. Well, a spot monkey fest for moves and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And then they start putting their D-list wrestlers up there. So it didn't even matter. You know, you've got, and then you know, they didn't stop Dark and Elevation. That was just that as it was. Then they bring up Ring of Honor, and it's like, man, y'all gonna bring back Ring of Honor? And Tony's like, I'm gonna book that too. And people are like, crap. And then they don't even bring back the people the right way as they left off that we was all loving them for, and what would have really got ratings up anyway because it was just awesome. No, they just crapped all over that. So you just, you know, you got the Pure Division, you got some others up there, and they predominantly know how to wrestle, you know. So it's not a bad show. It's not as bad as Dynamite, but it's not popular like Dynamite. And that's really all it is for Ring of Honor. And now you got Collision, where it's going to be CM Punk and others on that opening show. But we don't know how the whole show is going to be ran. And if it's going to be ran like these other 3 shows, then what hope is there?
Not so much.
And you think the audience is going to be good? Think it's going to be a big audience? Some of them are going just to hate cheer. Some of them are going, look, some of them ain't even going to be there because they're running, because after listening to where the tapings are, they're going to have 2 tapings of, it's like they're going to be taping the shows back to back in the same city with expensive $100+ tickets, $600 tickets, $200 tickets, you know, and then in certain ticket overpriced is like, yeah, I got this. It's gonna be the best road. It's about $2,000 or $3,000. It's all kinds of stupid going on with it. So, you know, you got people that go to work, break their neck, get home, and spend $400 a ticket, or let's say $100 on a ticket, and then they're supposed to somehow within 7 to 8 days come up with another $100 to $200 for another ticket, and then after that do it again And then again, no. There is no wrestling program that I could ever go to that is worth over. I would say the most I pay for front row is maybe $50. That's what I pay for front row.
Oh, definitely. All the crazy ass prices they are charging for these tickets for the product that they receive. No, $50 would be enough for the front row.
And then general admission, I can see $20, $25, something like that. All right, general admission $25, but front row would be $50. You know, and if you wanted, like, let's say absolute front row, I could bump it up to $75. And if you want to be front row VIP, where you get involved with some of the action, you are guaranteed to get on camera and stuff, I would throw down a $200 right there, and those would be like those corner seats, like that, and it'd be like a special thing on the railing to show that you got that, so you got clout right there. But if that ain't there, wrestlers ain't doing nothing with you. You just there because you paid $75. That's it. But that's all I got to really say about the whole future of Collision and how I see it and why. Because I use the past to predict the future. It don't mean the future is going to be as I think, but it's a safe bet.
But we can hope that CM Punk will do something decent on Collision, but I am not hopeful.
And that's right. That's about where it is. Let's hope, but yeah, it's like that. So we're going to get up out of here. This has been Cedric Procedure for CR Wrestling Commentary. So y'all stay safe, stay chill out there, and we will see you next time.